Hello and welcome everybody once again to Reign of Chaos Wrestling RCW for our final pay-per-view event. Anything goes here in Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed our last pay-per-view, and tomorrow night is the series finale of RCW Strike Zone. We're going to go out with a bang, starting tonight's action off a Falls Count Anywhere contest between the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, and the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. The Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, has had a great career here in RCW. Still trying to prove his mettle. Even though we do only have one more show in the series finale of Strike Zone tomorrow night. He wants to leave one more last statement here in RCW. Ty Dillinger has made a career of making dreams come true and believing in yourself and never giving up. Again, the Perfect 10 take out the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. And here comes Baron Corbin, who hasn't had a great of illustrious career as he had wanted to. The only opportunity he became very close to gaining any kind of championship gold in his career here was when he was a part of the Final Four of the RCW Heavyweight Championship Tournament back in October for the Autumn Rumble. He was then eliminated by Kevin Owens by his own finishing maneuver. Nonetheless, the end of days to Baron Corbin is what got him eliminated in the tournament to become the inaugural heavyweight champion. And hello once again, everybody. My name is Tubas Blatt, and I'll be your host for this last pay-per-view call here in RCW. RCW, anything goes, which means the rule book is thrown out the window. Caution is definitely being thrown into the wind. And here we go, our opening contest. Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger. Corbin out of the gates with a backbreaker to Ty Dillinger, and he's already looking to go to work with a weapon on the outside. He grabs a baseball bat. As Ty Dillinger is able to get the bat away from Corbin, but Corbin able to knock it out of Dillinger's hands, and Dillinger back on the attack with a Lou Thesz press. Surprisingly to the most of us, Ty Dillinger able to take down and keep down the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin knew normally in these kinds of situations He's the more dominant athlete in this whole scenario. Has become all too familiar for everybody who steps inside that 20 by 20 ring. And again, this is false count anywhere, so the ref has moved to the outside for any kind of submission attempt as well as pinfall. And also coming up later on tonight, we have the Tag Team Championship Hell in a Cell match between the champions Team Altitude, Zack Ryder and Neville, against the team of American Alpha, who won the #1 contendership Fatal 4-Way Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Chad Gable getting the win for his team by getting the cover on a German suplex. By delivering a German suplex onto Enzo Amore to get the win and the #1 contendership spot. Now Baron Corbin will go into work on Ty Dillinger here on the outside. A hard knee right into the face and a series of right hands with the Golden Gloves boxing background of Baron Corbin as he falls into the cover on Dillinger here on the outside. And Dillinger kicks out at the count of 1. I believe arguably this might be the biggest match of Ty Dillinger's career. And even more so even with his match with Eric Young as a part of Sanity and NXT TakeOver. Now these two are fighting on the outside, and Baron Corbin knocks Dillinger back to the ringside area. And Baron Corbin introduces Dillinger to the steel barricade. He just bounces his head like a rubber ball off the steel barricade. He delivers a power bomb to Ty Dillinger on the outside. There's very thin padding out there between the floor and where his body landed as he falls in the cover. And Dillinger still able to fight and continue in this matchup. And also in our main event tonight, we have a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the RCW Heavyweight Championship. And Ty going for the tiebreaker onto Baron Corbin. Yes, again, we have the RCW Heavyweight Championship in a TLC match on the line. Seth Rollins defending his title against the Demon Finn Balor. We also have a no-holds-barred contest for the RCW Women's Championship. Asuka defending her title against Sasha Banks. And now Ty with the perfect 10 knee. With the perfect 10. Knees to the face and into the cover on Corbin. And Corbin still able to kick out of the face buster to the knees. And I believe this hardcore style of falls count anywhere and no disqualification would favor Baron Corbin, but Ty Dillinger just not letting up on the Lone Wolf, constantly being back on the attack as Baron Corbin is now busted open by one Ty Dillinger. As again, this match is spilled to the outside, and with one right hand, Baron Corbin knocks Dillinger back into the ringside area. Both these men have had great moments in their careers here in RCW. Again, Baron Corbin was a part of the Final Four to the Heavyweight Championship tournament. And even caught Chris Jericho in midair of a springboard maneuver into the End of Days. Now Ty Dillinger wants to send Baron Corbin into the crowd here. And Corbin able to fight out of it. And he delivers a bulldog on the outside to Ty Dillinger. And he's into the cover, and the ref's just coming to. And Ty still continues to fight. As now Baron Corbin grabs a steel chair right in front of the audience here. And he's not able to use it to his advantage as Ty Dillinger shakes off. Ty shakes off the steel chair. And Ty again for the tiebreaker. Delivers a high knee to the face of Baron Corbin. The ref into the cover now. And Ty Dillinger beats Baron Corbin in our opening contest with a tiebreaker to the outside. As this match is very back and forth. But Ty Dillinger still able to pull it out in the end. And get the win over Baron Corbin. There you see the bulldog from Baron Corbin. Then Ty using the tiebreaker on the back of the neck. Then for extra measure, double knees to the face of Baron Corbin. And then a 1, 2, 3. And it's a perfect 10 for Ty Dillinger. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is only the beginning of our show. And here we go. We got a tag team title match for the RCW tag team titles inside Hell in a Cell. And we will see if American Alpha can walk out of Anything Goes as the final RCW Tag Team Champions. Team Altitude and Ryder Neville were the inaugural champions back at the Autumn Rumble with a huge upset, winning the entire tournament. A very unlikely team of Ryder Neville nonetheless, but very, very successful. And became the first ever two-time tag team champions here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling, winning the titles back from the only other team that's won the championships, being Enzo and Cass from Winter's Wrath. Team Altitude regained the titles by invoking the rematch clause on the first or second episode of Strike Zone of 2017. But this time, by orders of general managers Edge and Christian, there's nowhere for Team Altitude to run and hide. We thought that solution was made at overtime against the club inside a steel cage, but a Hell in a Cell is a better fit for Team Altitude. And of course, it was only 24 hours ago that Chad Gable would get the win in a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere matchup to get this opportunity for him and Jason Jordan at the tag team titles. But delivering a German suplex into the bridge and pinning Enzo Amore on the outside. And what moment this would be for American Alpha to win the Tag Team Championships finally and walk out as the final Tag Team Champions here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. And then again, we shouldn't put anything past our Tag Team Champions. The inaugural, first ever two-time and the longest reigning Tag Team Champions, Team Altitude, Ryder and Neville. A very successful tag team. Zack Ryder and Neville. Of course, that's what it's all about, the final defense of the RCW Tag Team Championships. Team Altitude defending their titles for the last time. Whether they're going to walk out as the champions or American Alpha maybe looking to do the same. Let's not forget that tomorrow night is also the series finale of RCW Strike Zone. We will have 3 championship matches tomorrow night. We have a triple threat match for whoever is the Twitch TV champion by the end of the night, whether it's Kevin Owens or Dolph Ziggler. They will defend the title against 2 of the former Twitch TV champions, that being Cesaro and Samoa Joe. The same thing goes for whoever is the RCW heavyweight champion at the end of the night, whether it's Seth Rollins or Finn Balor. We're going a triple threat match against Bray Wyatt, the inaugural champion, and the longest reigning champion, Chris Jericho. And the same thing for the women's division. Whoever walks out tonight as the women's champion will defend their title against Nikki Bella and Bayley. So whoever walks out tonight as the current champion will be defending their titles in a triple threat match, except that's a big exception for the Tag Team Championships, as it's now Team Altitude just taking it to American Alpha. As Neville delivers a huge moonsault to Jason Jordan. And now American Alpha able to take full advantage of the situation as Chad Gable goes to the top rope. Ryder comes to and Jason Jordan delivers a drop kick to Neville. And this Tornado Tag Team Hell in a Cell match. Nowhere for anybody to go in this matchup as Altitude has quickly gained the momentum once again. Neville in the cover on Jordan. Jordan kicks out. And Ryder with a huge splash onto Chad Gable. A huge suplex there from Jason Jordan and Neville. And now the gut wrench. The gut wrench suplex from Jason Jordan. And now it's American Alpha with the momentum on the Tag Team Champions. Chad Gable proceeding to the top rope. I think he may have just connected with the senton. Jason Jordan looking to deliver a superplex or Rather, a Northern Light suplex to Neville from the top rope. Now Jordan raining down the right hands as Neville works on Gable. Or excuse me, Ryder works on Gable. Zack Ryder springboard, missing the rolling senton. Shinbreaker from Jason Jordan. Now Jordan into the cover, and Neville able to kick out. And now it's become All-American Alpha in this Tag Team Championship Hell in a Cell match. Chad Gable in the top rope, and Jordan and Neville switching out of the corner. Crossbody by Gable and a brainbuster there from, or Frankensteiner from Neville. As Neville into the cover now to retain the tag team titles, and Jordan kicks out. Now Ryder and the Neville on Chad Gable. As Neville ascends to the top rope. They've been looking for the red arrow, but he goes for a shooting star press onto Jason Jordan. And there's a standing corkscrew or Phoenix Splash. Now the Neville into the cover. Still able to kick out. Chad Gable with a double leg takedown to Neville and into the ankle lock. On to Zack Ryder as Jason Jordan's busy taking apart Neville here. And Ryder able to fight out of the ankle lock. And Ryder might have been looking for the broski boot there, but Chad Gable able to counter the broski boot. And then Ryder turned it into an enziguri. There, now Ryder's looking. He was looking for the moment for the broski boot, but he cannot deliver. He double broski boots. He's trying to throw Jason Jordan into Chad Gable. He was not able to connect. Inverted DDT there by Neville to Gable. Because now these two teams have switched partners. An angle slam, reverse 450 by Neville. And now it's Neville and Jason Jordan working on each other now. Jordan was sent right into the corner with a knee to the back and an elbow to the heart. And now it's the tag team champions that are in full control of American Alpha. And Zack Ryder with the Zack attack. The Phoenix, or the red arrow by Neville into the cover. And Jason Jordan barely survives the red arrow. This match could have all been over right there. Chad Gable had to fight out of the corner by Neville. Jason Jordan into the cover on Ryder. And Ryder barely kicks out as it looked like Neville was going to make the save. And as soon as he saw Ryder kicked out, he... Now there's the red arrow by Neville into the cover. Jason Jordan's got to make the break. And Team Altitude retains the tag team titles. Jason Jordan was too focused on Zack Ryder, not paying attention to Neville. And Neville delivers the red arrow onto Chad Gable and for the win and to retain the tag team titles. So it looks like Team Altitude, Ryder and Neville, we're going to be able to close out RCW Strike Zone and RCW as the final tag team champions in this hell of a title defense inside Hell in a Cell. You see the red arrow Jason Jordan working on Ryder with the fist drop, was not aware of what was going on. And before he knew it, Team Altitude retained the tag team titles inside Hell in a Cell. Ryder and Neville, a rather last minute tag team addition to the tag team division here in RCW. When we first launched, they made a hell of an impact, and they're still going to be walking out as the tag team champions. Now coming up next is the RCW Women's Championship match under no holds barred contest. Sasha Banks, the former champion, Asuka, the current champion, and again, whoever wins this championship match will be defending their championship against Nikki Bella and Bayley tomorrow night in the series finale of RCW Strike Zone. Sasha Banks winning the Women's Championship at RCW Hell on Earth back in February inside a triple threat Hell in a Cell nonetheless against Nikki Bella and Charlotte. And Sasha Banks with a last minute addition, proving her worth. And then General Manager Edge and Christian's eyes was worthy enough to be added to that match. Sasha Banks would then retain her championship in a fatal four-way ladder match for the Women's Championship at Final Bell. Then would lose a month later at Overtime to Asuka, who is the current champion. And that match was a submission-only match, and Asuka won the match by an Asuka lock, of course. But this time it's no holds barred. And there comes the woman I wouldn't pass, would be the final RCW Women's Champion, Asuka, who has had a rough career here in RCW. She was taking a series of losses to Emma and Alexa Bliss when we first started at RCW. Would then go on a few-month hiatus, return to action before Final Bell. She would then win the number one contendership battle royal to face whoever was the champion at Overtime. She would then win the championship and has been champ ever since. And then what would you expect from the longest reigning champion in NXT history amongst all the divisions, not just the NXT Women's Championship? That's what it's all about, the RCW Women's Championship. And again, whoever wins this match will go on to defend it one more time in a triple threat match against Nikki Bella and Bayley, two of the other former champions Here in RCW, we've only had 4 RCW Women's Champions. 2 of them are in the ring. 2 of them are backstage, waiting to bite at the bit who is ever going to win this match here tonight. So Sasha Banks with a side Russian leg sweep out of the gate, going for a sledgehammer. Of course, that tool made famous by the game, Triple H. And those 2 women are just playing mind games with each other, and sledgehammer right into the abdomen of Sasha Banks by Asuka. Again, this is no holds barred, which means no disqualification, no countouts, but the pin does have to occur. Pin or submission, rather, has to occur inside the ring. And we've only had 2 RCW Tag Team Champions, the ones you just saw, Team Altitude, the inaugural and 2-time champs, as well as the final Tag Team Champions. And the other team being Enzo and Cass. Head scissors there by Sasha Banks to Asuka on the outside. And now Sasha taking it to Asuka, and seeing that Asuka is not familiar in this kind of environment, being no disqualification. But Asuka with a German suplex to Sasha Banks. And these 2 ladies fighting over the Women's Championship is what it's all about. Again, this same title held by Bayley in the inaugural and the first ever 2-time champion, Nikki Bella. And now Asuka working the legs of Sasha Banks. Sasha able to fight off the attack on the legs. And Sasha with a face buster, but Sasha with a Luthez press to Asuka. I don't believe this match is never going to go back inside the ring anytime soon. So we're going to go inside for the pinfall or submission between one of these 2 women. Now Asuka just throwing Sasha Banks right into the steel steps. And Sasha again taking down Asuka. In this no disqualification, no holds barred environment. I believe this is unfamiliar territory for Asuka, being on the outside. She prefers to get it done inside the ring. And this time it's Asuka that's getting to get up close and personal with the steel steps. And now Asuka returning the favor. Again, these 2 women just throwing themselves. Again, caution to the wind. The rule book's out the window. As Asuka is repeatedly being thrown into the steel steps by Sasha Banks. And now she meets the barricade there on the outside, the north part of the ring. And now this match is finally going back in between the ropes. I mean, these 2 ladies, and now Asuka, it looks like the modified version of the STF, into submission. Sasha is barely able to break free of the hold around her neck and fight off Asuka. And Asuka might have been looking for the Asuka lock there. Sasha with a counter. Sasha might have been looking for the bank statement there, but came up empty. Then there's the Falcon Arrow. Into the cover goes Asuka. And Sasha had enough time to kick out after the ref took a moment to get into position. And Sasha with a Hurricanrana takes down Asuka into the cover to regain the championship. And Asuka kicks out of the pinfall submission. Now Asuka working the arms of Sasha Banks now. It'll be a great setup for the Asuka lock. Into the cover goes Asuka to retain the title. And Sasha able to kick out. Sasha Banks with the face buster. That's gonna look like Sasha was going for a knee strike, but Asuka able to counter. Asuka again going to look like for some belly to belly maneuver. And now Sasha looking for the bankrupt to Asuka for the championship. Will she regain the title here? And Asuka able to kick out of the bankrupt. Now Sasha setting her up for the bank statement, but it's countered by Asuka. And there's the forearm by Asuka. Repeated kicks to the midsection. There's a spinning back kick into the hip bump by the champion. Into the cover to retain the title. Asuka and Sasha barely kicking it out of that offense. And the crowd on their feet here in Los Angeles for this women's championship match. Hell of a contest between these two ladies, but now Asuka's got Sasha right where she wants her into the Asuka lock as Sasha Banks gonna tap out the Asuka lock for Asuka to retain her championship to move on to tomorrow night. Sasha done enough of her homework to fight out of the Asuka lock here. Asuka able to fight out of the corner with a big foot right into the mush of Sasha and side suplex. Now Asuka again looking for the Asuka lock. This time center of the ring, even though there is no rope break. Center of the ring, nowhere for Sasha Banks to go. Is she going to tap out the Asuka lock? And she does. Asuka retaining her championship. And will face the other two former champions here in RCW. Asuka will retain her or defend her championship tomorrow night in our series finale rather, of RCW against Nikki Bella and Bayley in a triple threat match tomorrow night. Hell of a match and a hell of a contest for the women's championship between these two women. And there you see the bankrupt by Sasha into the cover on Asuka. And again, there were very, very close pinfalls in this matchup. But it would be Asuka right in the center of the ring with the Asuka lock onto Sasha Banks, and Sasha had no choice but to tap out. So the stage is set for tomorrow night. Sealed the deal. Asuka will defend her women's championship triple threat match tomorrow night. Series finale. Bayley and Nikki Bella taking notes on the champion. For their matchup tomorrow night. And we continue on with more women's action. We got an Extreme Rules match between the Irish Lass Kicker Becky Lynch and Emma. And here comes RCW's resident steampunk, Becky Lynch. They're going to make a statement of Emma in this Extreme Rules matchup. Becky Lynch has had a up and down career here in RCW. She's come close to beating the championship gold, but has not been successful. As long as she gets to love what she does, that's all that matters. Especially in this kind of environment, this could be fun for Becky Lynch. She's going to take on Emma, who at one point, like I mentioned earlier, she did defeat Asuka a number of months ago on Strike Zone. That's when Asuka decided she needed to take a bit of a break to reinvent herself to the point where she is now as the RCW Women's Champion. So now in our second women's match of the night, Extreme Rules. Becky Lynch and Asuka. Or excuse me, Becky Lynch and Emma. And side Russian leg sweep there and a knee to the back to Becky Lynch from Emma. Now Becky Lynch raining down the right elbows to the head of Emma. And a flying crossbody there by Emma to Becky Lynch. Emma middle rope and a splash. Emma more recently has had run-ins with Carmella and Enzo and Cass after joining the Ascension. And a knee there right to the gut by Becky Lynch. Emma slides right out the back door. Going for a full Nelson face buster there. And Becky Lynch with a face buster. And now Becky Lynch going outside for one of the many toys that are underneath the ring, and she grabs the baseball bat. And she delivers it right into the back of the neck of Emma and then right to the leg. And I don't think Becky Lynch fully realizes what Extreme Rules mean, which means you can hold that weapon as much as you would like to, as Emma rains down for the Luthez press. And now taunting Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch sent into the corner. Set up in the Tree of Woe position. And Emma was looking to choke the life out of Becky. Becky with a headbutt right to Emma, right between the eyes. And then a back suplex there by Emma. Into the cover on Becky Lynch. And Becky kicks out before the count of 2. Emma again. Middle rope with the splash to Becky Lynch. And a hard kick right into the chest of Becky. Now it's Emma's turn to go underneath the ring, and she pulls out a steel chair in this Extreme Rules matchup. As she just clobbers Becky right into the head as she was sliding into the ring. Now Emma just delivering more punishment to Becky with the steel chair. Now she taunts her. Another back suplex there by Emma to Becky Lynch. Into the corner is Becky. And now Emma might be looking for that crossbody into the bottom turnbuckle. Right to Becky Lynch. And now Emma might be looking to put this match away. Falcon Arrow slam into the cover on Becky Lynch. And Emma picks up a win over Becky in this Extreme Rules matchup. You see the closing moment right there, the Falcon Arrow. Right to Becky Lynch, and Emma with an upset over Becky Lynch here at Anything Goes. And coming up next, a rematch from RCW Strike Zone a couple of weeks ago. Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens for the Twitch TV title in an Extreme Rules matchup. Dolph Ziggler, the former champion, had to face in a rematch against Kevin Owens after getting the match in an encounter at their first encounter at RCW Overtime. And then General Manager Christian announced that there would be a rematch, and it would be Falls Count Anywhere for the Twitch TV title. And then Kevin Owens will deliver a package pile driver to Dolph Ziggler on the outside, right next to the ramp, nonetheless, to Dolph Ziggler to win the Twitch TV title. And of course, whoever wins this matchup will face Samoa Joe, the inaugural Twitch TV champion, and Cesaro, the former Twitch TV champion, in a triple threat match for the Twitch TV title. And of course, also among those former Twitch TV champions was Bray Wyatt. But general managers Edge and Christian elected to put Wyatt in the triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title tomorrow night instead of the Twitch TV championship, since Wyatt was the inaugural champion. And then, believe it or not, Kevin Owens was in the finals of the RCW Heavyweight Championship tournament back in October at the Autumn Rumble, and he faced Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt did what he does best, which is decimate all of his opponents. And it seemed like no time at all, not even giving Kevin Owens a chance to fight. Bray Wyatt decimated Kevin Owens to win the inaugural championship. And Kevin Owens got his opportunity at the Twitch TV championship originally at overtime after beating the champion Dolph Ziggler, to the point where he is now as the Twitch TV champion. So Cesaro and Bray Wyatt, you gotta be taking notes backstage for this Twitch TV championship match. They get to face whoever's the champion after this match tomorrow night. And if Dolph Ziggler wins this matchup here tonight, he'll be the first man ever to become a two-time RCW Twitch TV champion. He's got to defeat Kevin Owens first. And that pretty much guarantees, unless Kevin Owens retains here tonight, tomorrow night we're guaranteed to see a new Twitch TV champion and a first ever two-time Twitch TV champion. Now Kevin Owens with the camel clutch onto Dolph Ziggler. Into the corner. Ziggler able to sweep the legs of Kevin Owens. Now Ziggler on the outside. Now he's searching to look for a weapon, but Kevin Owens able to stop him in the meantime, as he just careens with the steel steps. And of course, this environment is all too familiar for the prize fighter Kevin Owens. Dolph Ziggler with a spinning heel kick, blocking the kick by Kevin Owens. And Ziggler again prevented from grabbing a weapon under the ring to give him some sort of advantage, but Kevin Owens putting a stop to it. This is smart strategy on the part of Kevin Owens, but he can also use a weapon to his advantage, unless he wants his fist to do all the talking. Now Ziggler taking full advantage of Kevin Owens. Here on the outside to replicate what happened on Strike Zone. As Kevin Owens delivers a shoulder tackle to Dolph Ziggler. Now Kevin Owens delivering that pile driver there to Dolph Ziggler on the outside. Now Kevin Owens not sure what to do at this point. He's just wandering around the outside of the ring. Now Ziggler showing signs of life. He delivers a neck breaker to Kevin Owens on the outside. And Kevin Owens with the right hand putting a stop to it and more right hands to the back. And then a spin out power bomb to Dolph Ziggler on the outside. Well, Kevin Owens still working on Dolph Ziggler. He goes for a torture rack into a spin out neck breaker there by Kevin Owens to Dolph Ziggler. And at this point, I think if I were the referee, I'd put a stop to this because it doesn't look like Dolph Ziggler is able to defend himself in this situation. As he collides with the steel steps there. Now Ziggler sent back inside. But not before a boot to the side of the head by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens cannonball to Dolph Ziggler. As now Kevin goes into the cover to retain his title. And he does just one cannonball to beat Dolph Ziggler in this Extreme Rules rematch for the Twitch TV Championship. So now the stage is set for tomorrow night. Kevin Owens versus Cesaro versus Samoa Joe for the Twitch TV Championship triple threat match tomorrow night. And coming up next, another Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Cesaro versus Randy Orton. And here comes Cesaro again, another former Twitch TV champion. I believe at this point he might have been the longest reigning Twitch TV champion, Cesaro. He won the championship by pinning Samoa Joe rather, at RCW Thanks for Nothing pay-per-view back in November. Off the gut-wrench trio of suplexes. And here comes Randy Orton, much like all the others here in RCW, has had a hell of an interesting career. He was in the fatal four-way match to become the inaugural, Twitch TV champion, which then that match would be won by Samoa Joe. And Randy Orton had a hell of a feud and a match at RCW Hell on Earth against Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. And here we go, Cesaro out of the gate, ducking the clothesline and into the German suplex. Onto Cesaro. As he immediately goes into the submission maneuver, and again, this is false count anywhere. And now Orton going at Cesaro here. Cesaro countering. And the snap suplex by Cesaro. And a kick right to the face of Randy Orton. And now Randy with a left hand right into the abdomen of Cesaro. And Cesaro sent up and over the top rope and spilled to the outside. I believe in this kind of environment it's very dangerous if you're facing Randy Orton. Now the ref gets out of the ring for this false count anywhere contest. And now Randy raining down the right hands to Cesaro's head as he was seated in the corner of the barricade. Facebuster there by Cesaro. Now a gut-wrench suplex to Randy Orton on the outside. It is indeed how Cesaro won the Twitch TV Championship from Samoa Joe. And now a double knees to the face. So Randy Orton from Cesaro. Now Randy able to shake off Cesaro. Cesaro into the military press. And Randy able to fight out of that position into the reverse DDT. Onto the outside. Now delivering a knee right to the face of Cesaro. And into the cover goes Randy. And here comes the referee. Cesaro kicking out at the count of 1. Now Randy grabbing the baseball bat from under the ring. as he rains down hell right on top of Cesaro. And Cesaro continuing to fight. The right hand into a belly-to-belly, just missing the steel steps there. Maybe some part of Randy caught on the steps. And a European uppercut from Cesaro to Orton. I would think that this kind of environment would favor Randy Orton, but it seems like it's just proven just as well for Cesaro. Now Cesaro might be looking to put this match away. He's looking to hit the Gotch neutralizer onto Orton. Orton swing over DDT there on the outside. On the very thin padding till you hit the concrete. There's the crowd here in Los Angeles chanting for the RKO. But will we see it here in this matchup? False count anywhere. Now Randy is calling and stalking for Cesaro to deliver the RKO to Cesaro on the outside. Referee position. And Cesaro had enough time to recuperate after the ref was getting into position to kick out of the RKO. Back body drop by Cesaro into the cover. And Randy Orton kicks out the count of 2. The kick right into the back. Nothing sophisticated about it, just basic strikes. And now Randy looking to deliver an exploding suplex. And a little suplex of his own from Cesaro. And a kick to the back. And now Randy with the Luthes press onto Cesaro, busting him open. The hard way, falls into the cover on Cesaro. And Cesaro still surviving in this matchup. And of course, who can't forget the classic match between Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler at the Honor Rumble kickoff. Hell of a contest to fill the last spot in the Fatal 4-Way. Exploder into the bridge on Randy, and Randy kicks out. That was a hell of a match, an instant clash between Orton and Ziggler. Now this time Cesaro has got the Gotch neutralizer to Randy Orton on the outside. Shoots the half into the cover. And Cesaro pins Randy Orton in a false count anywhere. Definitely building huge momentum toward tomorrow night in the triple threat match. To be one of 2 men to become a possibly, not a guarantee mind you, to possibly become a 2-time Twitch TV champion and be the last one. You see the back body drop. Luthes pressed by Randy as he falls into the cover on Cesaro. We hear the Gotch neutralizer to Randy Orton. Onto the outside and into the cover. And Cesaro picks up the win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event match for the RCW World Heavyweight Championship. For the first time, a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Demon King, Finn Balor, looking to reclaim the gold after he was robbed of it. Not even robbed, but he lost it to Seth Rollins at overtime off a frog splash at overtime for the championship. And Finn wants to reclaim the gold. But he wanted this stipulation from Edge and Christian, our co-general managers. He wanted this match. A tables, ladders, and chairs match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor, a hell of a career for this young man here in RCW. He was one of the standouts, he was actually in the semifinals. He was in the final four, rather, was eliminated by Bray Wyatt in the final four to become the inaugural champion. And we wouldn't see Finn Balor for quite a while. He came back. Had a hell of a resurgence in his run here in RCW. Again, earlier on tonight mentioned that he had a hell of a rivalry between Randy Orton and himself, leading and climaxing to their encounter inside Hell in a Cell, a Hell on Earth in February. Then Finn Balor would make two promises: that he would win the World Heavyweight Championship and in the process beat Luke Harper, the unstoppable monster here of Reign of Chaos Wrestling. And Finn did exactly just that. Finn Balor would then win the championship at Final Bell against Chris Jericho. Rollins would win a #1 contendership battle royal for overtime, where Rollins would win the championship off a 5-star frog splash to Finn Balor. And again, whoever wins this match will face two other of the former champions, Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho, in a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow night on the series finale of Reign of Chaos Wrestling. And this will be the first time ever that the World Heavyweight Championship be defended in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. And there's the champion, Seth Rollins. The Architect versus the Demon King for the RCW World Title. Again, there have only been Seth Rollins becoming the 4th ever RCW Heavyweight Champion. Inaugural champion being Bray Wyatt. Would then lose the championship in a tables match to Chris Jericho after Jericho's second match here in RCW since signing. And then Jericho would hold the title from November all the way to March at Final Bell, where Balor would win the title. And then a month later, Seth Rollins would capture the world title. Again, these two know each other so well. From their time on the main roster of WWE and their matchup to become the inaugural WWE Universal Champion at SummerSlam, that Balor would win, but in the process of that matchup would be injured and forced to vacate the title. And Balor was looking to deliver a power bomb there to Rollins. Rollins able to counter into a sling blade. Seth Rollins will then turn his back on the RCW universe, saying, "I never needed your cheers to get to where I was, or to get to where I am now. Why did I ever need it before?" And now Balor thinking running enziguri right to the back of the head of Rollins. Again, the name of the game of this match: tables, ladders, and chairs. You gotta incapacitate your opponent long enough to grab a ladder that's outside of the ring, set it up, climb the ladder 10 feet in the air to retrieve the championship. Rollins top rope double knees to the collarbone of Finn Balor. And Balor with a European uppercut. And Rollins sending him up and over the top rope. Now Rollins stalking Balor. Balor with a running drop kick. And Balor's looking to put this match away rather quickly by grabbing the steel ladder. Introducing the ladder for the first time in this matchup. Rollins missing with the kick. And now Balor just teeing off. Rollins fighting out of the corner. Fireman's carry by Balor. With a face buster. Now Rollins immediately climbing up the ladder. On top of the ladder, corkscrew Phoenix splash off the top of the ladder. Colliding back to earth to Finn. And now Rollins is working on the belt. Now Balor just coming to, trying to knock Rollins' grip off the championship. Rollins just kicking off Balor. Rollins again goes for the championship. And again Rollins just shoving off Balor. Balor's trying all of his might to get Rollins off the ladder, and he finally does. In this tables, ladders, and chairs match. What's going up, Rob? Now running missile dropkick from Finn Balor to Seth Rollins. In this tables, ladders, and chairs match for the RCW Heavyweight Championship. And now Rollins roll through super kick right under the button of Finn Balor. And now Rollins again working on the championship. And Balor just coming to as now both these men are fighting on top of the ladder to unhook the championship. Now Rollins with a right hand. He now just shoves off Balor off the top of the ladder. And Rollins again constantly working on the title to unhook it. He's got all the time in the world. Balor's not going to stop him. Now Balor trying to push the ladder underneath Rollins. He delivers an electric chair, but did more damage to himself than Rollins. Balor landed hard on the ladder. And Rollins just barely missing disaster off the top of the ladder. And again, whoever wins this match will defend. Powerbomb by Rollins. Whoever wins this match will defend the championship in our series finale of RCW tomorrow night against Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho, two of the former champions, in a triple threat match. And again, another electric chair by Rollins, or two Rollins from Balor. Barely missing disaster on the electric chair, or onto the ladder, excuse me. Now Balor now working on the ladder, on the championship. Brought back down to earth. Now Rollins with a suplex to Balor. Again, this is our main event, ladies and gentlemen, for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Rollins retains the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. So all of our championship matches tomorrow night, except for the tag team titles, should all be rather interesting. In the series finale of RCW tomorrow night for the Twitch TV Championship, Samoa Joe, the inaugural champion, taking on Cesaro, the former champion, and the current champion, Kevin Owens. World Heavyweight Championship triple threat, Bray Wyatt, Jericho. Wyatt, the inaugural champion, versus Rollins. And then the inaugural women's champion, Nikki Bella, versus Bayley and Asuka, the current champion. So ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our last pay-per-view. Tune in tomorrow night for the series finale of RCW Strike Zone. Have a good one.